Hi guys, so today is Monday, April the 6th, and we are looking at 3.4 day 1, graphing linear equations in slope y-intercept form. So algebraically, we have two different ways of expressing the equation of a line. We have slope y-intercept form and standard form. We have already seen slope y-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. There it is. So if I want to graph a line in this form, here's an example, y equals 2x plus 3. What I do is I randomly pick numbers for x. So I chose -5, -2, 1, and 2. Those are random. You can pick any numbers you'd like. Typically, we choose numbers close to the origin so that our graph will be displayed. Now I take those numbers, I sub them into my equation, and I solve for y. So when I plug in -5, 2 times -5 plus 3 gives me -7. I repeat this process, solving for my other y coordinates. I then proceed to plot my points. So the point -5, -7. Starting at 0, 0, I move left -5, down 7, plot the point. My next ordered pair, -2, -1. Starting at 0, 0, I move left 2, down 1. 1, 5. From 0, 0, I move right 1, up 5. So I plot my points and I connect them with a straight line. Remember to show arrows on either end because your line extends on. Okay? My axes are labeled. There's my x-axis, my y-axis, and I've also labeled my line. Notice in this equation y equals 2x plus 3, we've talked about this previously, b represents the y-intercept and m is our slope. So, as an alternative, we could graph this line without using our table of values, using our slope and our y-intercept. My starting point here is my y-intercept. So looking at this equation, the y-intercept is 3. So from 0, 0, I move up 3, and I plot my y-intercept. Next, I look at my slope. My slope is 2. Well, I always want my slope expressed as a fraction. So 2 gets rewritten as 2 over 1. From the y-intercept, I start, I move rise over run. So I move up 2, right 1, and I plot my point. Notice when I join my two blue points, they connect to be the exact same line as my green points. So, an easier method to graphing to not have to create a table of values would be to use my slope and my y-intercept. This works great when my equation is in slope y-intercept form. So let's look at a few more examples here. Okay, so I'm going to graph the line y equals -2x plus 3 without a table of values. My starting point is my y-intercept. Y-intercept is 3. So from 0, 0, I move up 3. Next, my slope. My slope is -2. I express that as a fraction, -2 over 1. So from the y-intercept, my rise is -2. That means I move down 2, and my run is 1, right 1. Plot a new point, connect, and there's my line. Example B, y equals 2/3 x minus 5. Starting with the y-intercept, it's -5. So I plot my y-intercept at -5. From there, my slope is 2/3. So from that point -5, I move up 2, right 3, plot my second point, and connect. Example C, y equals 6x. So that's the same as y equals 6x plus 0, which means my y-intercept is 0. So I plot a point right at the origin there. That's my y-intercept. My slope is 6. Again, as a fraction, that gets expressed as 6 over 1. So from 0, 0, I move up 6. My rise is 6. My run is 1. And I connect with the straight line. Finally, example D, y equals -5 over 4x plus 1. My y-intercept is 1. B is 1. So I plot my first y-intercept there is 1. For my second point that I'm going to plot, I'm going to use my slope, -5 over 4. So from that point 1, I'm going to move down 5 and right 4, and then connect. It's important to remember, when I have a negative slope, only one motion is negative. So either you move down and right, or alternatively, I could move up and left. If I want to take this negative 5 over 4 and interpret it as 5 over negative 4, I'm going to move up 5. My rise is 5. My run is negative 4, left 4. And notice it's the exact same line that gets created. So I'd like you to practice page 148, number 13. I do not want you to use a table of values. I want you to plot the y-intercept and then use your slope to find your second point in order to graph your lines. Okay? Page 158, numbers 11 and 17. There's a hint for you. Draw the graph to help you determine the answer there. I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, please email me and I will do my best to post solutions to your problems as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.